right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
There we go. Pac-Man. Waiting.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, stand.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On first down, Branch. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 25 on second down, Wentz dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on first down. Branch. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Focus, defense, focus. Deuce. SOS.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Come on, 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 come
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top-5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Back. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Down the man inside, down the man.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
On the double.
52 to Mike. Check. 52 to Mike. 65. 65.
They'll start on the ground with Barber. And an alley to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 47 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, my 7.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 52 to Mike, boy. 52.
From the gun, Costello letting one go deep. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now for the point after. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Sunday.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Hey, Buck.
6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. Waiting.
Check back, check back.
Outside, solid. This on 7.
55, Mike 55.
Now Wentz on third down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Two jet.
55. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
61. Matchbox lights.
55, Mike. Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 54. Let's go, T. It's going to be a long
To throw, it's Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
got nothing.
Kill.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Ready, go. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the slant.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Here we go.
Kill. Hey, Delta.
Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Hey, Wahoo.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Man 5-7.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Mike 52, hey, team 6, team 6.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Back to throw. Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Costello. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Back to you. I'm going to
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, echo.
25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Let's go.
Ready.
On first down, Costello. He's going to loft one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, Alpha.
At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. I don't think you got it, son. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. I got it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Two gen. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go one more.
Hey, foxtrot.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. From the gun, Costello. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Go.
Where we go? At 25 to Mike. We're going
5.
mic. We're going 25 the mic.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Hey, Orbit.
25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Look at me. Zipper.
25 the mic. We ain't giving them nothing to do. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. They're not ready for this, man.
Be careful. Be careful.
Throwing on first down, Costello going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Check 13. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Cracks.
You draw quarter.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Bravo.
From the gun, Costello. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a... And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Show it up.
Check 9, check 9.
No. Off.
Once again, it's Barber. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Hey, 20.
Go.
25 the mic.
Watch the run.
Get.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Check
4, check 4.
14, 82, 14.
54, rip. Check. Watch 54. Rip left.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Yo. Mike's 54.
Don't get nervous. Hey, kill. Hey, 4, don't kill.
Mike's by 4.
Switch up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to rifle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense. And all he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, high 7. 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Hey, turn it up. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Here we go.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, 25 the mic.
On 1st down, Costello. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He finds Austin complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Barber on 1st and 10. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Off play action. Costello. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Bang, 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 bang. Shift. Watch the shift. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Smooth. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Costello. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Throwing now is Wentz. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
With the score, Eagles 23, Cowboys 6.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barber. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Looking to throw. Costello. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barber. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Game situation. Let's go. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Boy, 52. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Hey, Mike 52.
Back to throw. Costello. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Watch the screen. Pass. Say.
Deep river.
Throwing on first down. Costello. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 10 yards out, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Time to go. Night. Joker. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. You go tight.
Black.
You got tight right there.
Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Branch. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ready?
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Steps away. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On second down, Branch. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now if they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike, 28. Here we go. Hey, number 28. Mike, he's coming. Check in. Ready? Shift. Check the backer.
Ready?
Second and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Mike, 28. Target.
Hey!
He's coming. Check in. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Costello. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go! Get it.
Throwing again. Costello completes it to Austin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Alpha.
I'm coming for you, son. Mike, 28. Oh, damn, punt. Hey, number 28, Mike.
Now.
Check in.
Looking to throw. Costello. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
We're going 20.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable...
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tempo, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need to reach, I'm a piece of my animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all